All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. What's good? What's good? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing today? How are you doing today? What's up, Myra? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, everybody? Remy, why do you keep asking me what's wrong with my eye? I just have on contacts. That's all, Remy. Like, what's up, Rehan? Myra, no pics, blue eyes. I see y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? Not me getting phone calls. That's rude, huh? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? How are y'all feeling today? Thank you, Rahan. Am I saying your name right? Rahan. So, today the live is called Create Yourself. The live is called Create Yourself. I really wanted the TikTok live to be called something different. This is what I wanted it to be called. Okay. I was blasting Formosa last night. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Exactly. As you should. You should be blasting Formosa. Um, I'm doing good today on this beautiful Sunday. I thought I would talk to y'all about a couple of things that I think that y'all can resonate with. And it's about to get like raw thoughts today that I think a lot of y'all probably like, damn, I'm actually feeling like that too. Divine Beyond Measure says, your class has been helping me a lot. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I put a lot of time into my classes. Um, First thing first that I want to say is that number one, I'm grateful to be here. I'm always grateful to talk to y'all. I'm always grateful to be on this live. I'm always grateful to see y'all. I'm always grateful to spit game, talk shit, all that shit. One thing I want to say also too is that I've been noticing that a lot of times we create a lot of confusion in our own lives. And you may be like, what do you mean by that? Causing confusion. We be overthinking. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear this, but overthinking is so real sometimes. And it's like you have to be mindful about every single thing that you think. Every thought that passes by your brain. You have to be mindful. And the reason why you have to be mindful is because the thoughts that you think is going to influence your mood. Your mood is going to influence your personality. Your personality is going to influence your personal reality. So a lot of y'all find yourself getting upset over some of the things that you think or some of the thoughts that you have, and you're not aware that it's the thoughts that's causing your moods to be in different places. Maybe your lack thoughts are causing you to be irritable. Maybe your thoughts of negativity are causing you to be irritable. And then your personality just becomes an irritable personality. Like, you ever talk to someone and all they like their whole personality is around being like annoyed. Like they always have an attitude. I know people like that where they always have an attitude, and I'm just like, thank you, Valerie, for the heart puffs. And I'm just like, how do you ever expect life to go your way if you're always annoyed? If you're always upset? I'm going to set an intention right now for this live. This live, I want to reach people who really need the message of whatever the fuck I'm about to talk about. I just want to set as a reminder for people before this week start. That's what I want this live to be. I want this to be a reminder, because a lot of times we think, yeah, we know the information and that's enough. No, you have to know the information and then apply it consistently to truly become a master of that information. So yeah, you may know how to manifest, but you have to consistently practice that thing that you know in order for it to become mastery, in order for it to be applied knowledge. You see, it's cool to know shit, but if you're not using the shit that you know, then it don't matter what the fuck you know. It's about how you use the shit that you know. Because yeah, you may know that something is about to blow up next week, but if you don't act on it, then what the fuck was the point of knowing it? So if you ever ask yourself, like, why should I watch Ori's videos every day? It's not about me teaching you. It's about reaffirming some of the thoughts that you want to fire and wire together, like Joe Dispenza would say. So for example, if you want to view yourself as the most confident person, then I would say, yes, watch Ori's videos every day. Because watching my videos is going to give you that espresso that you need during the day for you to remember who the fuck you are. Because sometimes we forget, and it's normal. But that's why you need your reminders. You need your daily practices. Listening to me once a day, you're for sure to have confidence, because guess what? You're going to start to embody the language. You're going to start to learn the language of confidence. You're going to start to learn the language of self-love, and you're naturally going to get aligned with that language. When you start to accept a language, you start to act in alignment with it by, for example, if I tell you, you're not going to talk to me like that. Listen to this, right? If every time you get on my live, you hear me say, you're not going to talk to me like that, naturally, you're going to start building boundaries, because you're going to remember, you know what? I keep watching that girl on the internet say, you're not going to talk to me like that. So eventually, when you keep hearing something, it becomes ingrained, it becomes comfortable to you, it becomes a part of you. And the thing about it is that you are learning things that are going to help you in real life. Okay? Real life. These are the skills that they don't teach you after school. Like, your parents can't teach you these type of skills unless they've earned businesses, or, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I say this is because a lot of people don't care to learn psychology. A lot of people are the ones that's being ran the game on. A lot of y'all don't know that this matrix has been running game on you. But how the fuck were you ever supposed to know that when everybody around you has been having game ran on them? So I'm here to make you aware of what people will do when they try to assert power, dominance over you. You know, there's a such thing as power dynamics that people do. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, people always paying for your food is a power dynamic. That is why in the 48 Laws of Power, and I'm not a person that goes super crazy on 48 Laws of Power, but I definitely think everybody should read it to become aware of what other people could do to them. Be careful accepting free lunch from people. Some people, let me tell you how people think, okay? Some people would say, you know what? Let me go ahead and pay for your lunch. Because guess what? Whoever pays for the dinner has the most money. Whoever pays for the dinner has the most money. Somebody said, what if I pay out of kindness? That's different. But you just have to be mindful of the type of games and the type of dynamics that people have. Some people believe that I'm the alpha if I'm paying for everybody's food. Now, I'm not telling you to go pay for everybody's food, but if you wanted to go to dinner with someone who is maybe wealthy, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, has a lot of things going on, you're networking with them, you could pay for their dinner. Do you know how interesting that's going to be? Someone who knows that they probably have more money than you, right? Let's say you're networking, right? You're networking with someone who may have more opportunities for you, and you pay for dinner. Especially when you know, it's like you go to dinner with a billionaire, but you're like, no, I got it. The billionaire's going to be like, okay, all right. Like, I don't know what that's about. Like, you want to pay for it. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's going to just catch them off guard. It's different. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like I said, just be mindful of accepting things from people. Understand what that may signal. Because a lot of times these moves and these power dynamics that they do, it's a very subtle thing. That's why I say money is quiet also. The things that are powerful, remember the number of power is 8 and the number of money is 8. A lot of the things that people do to assert dominance or assert power is very subtle. You get what I'm saying? Like silence. Silence. Some people will talk themselves into problems or talk themselves out of opportunities just because of the fact that they are uncomfortable with silence. Some people are so uncomfortable with silence that they have to create conversations. It's like if me and you are here silent and I see that you really want to cover up you want to talk to get rid of the silence, I know that you're not comfortable with the silence. What's good, everybody? What's good? You feel me? So personally, me, I feel like when it comes to different power dynamics too, I believe that it's always the person who talks slower. The person who talks slower will always have way more power because it makes us feel like we're on their time. You know what I mean? Thank you, Kim. It's almost like we're on their time when they talk slower. You know? Calm, exactly. Always be calm, Dawson. You right. When you are easily out of your calm and cool nature, you lose your power. Because what that shows is that the outside world has gotten inside. You've allowed something, someone, or a situation to make you emotional or get you out of your calm, meaning that you're easily frazzled, out of character. Exactly. Meaningful silence is more powerful than meaningless words. That's a deep one. Thank you, Sammy, for the gift, for the heart. I've been trying to work on it. How do I master it? I think it goes back to mindfulness. If you're mindful, right, and you're thinking about every single thought, like actually try to be mindful of every thought that you think. And if you're more mindful of every thought that you think, you won't feel the urge to say whatever's on your mind because you're going to think about everything that's coming across and ask yourself if it's really worth saying. I think when you choose your words, that's always powerful. When you choose your words selectively, what it does is it makes people think that there's so much meaning behind what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Sinte. Meaningful silence is more powerful. Oh, I already read that. Somebody said, you look like a badass mad genius, Ori. I'm loving the look today. Thank you, Mars. That's why it's good to think before you speak. Always think before you speak. And always be slow to react, slow to respond, slow to reply. Because one thing about what you say, once it's out your mouth, there's no undoing it. Again, I'm not telling you to overthink. I don't ever want to encourage overthinking, but this is why I also tell people that you guys need to have a meditation practice. So something that I recognize today with me, and y'all tell me if y'all resonate with this. I feel like I have two aspects of me. A version of me that is very impulsive and a version of me that is always hesitating and procrastinating and questioning, is this the right way? Is this the right way? Do y'all feel like that too? Do y'all feel like that too? Because I feel like there's two versions of me. There's one that's just like, I want to go do it right now. And then there's a version of me that's just like, yo, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You get it, right? So I've been trying to navigate that. How do I navigate that, right? And I started talking to my friend and I was like, you know what? It's all about energy. It's all about what is in alignment with your highest self, right? So if you ever are questioning, should I do this? Should I do that? Just ask yourself, okay, do I see the version of me that's my highest self doing this? Okay. And then if you say yes, then you know you should be doing it. Another thing too is sometimes we can feel like we don't have enough resources to get it done, so we procrastinate on it. But what I want to tell you is that sometimes not having enough resources actually makes you more creative. It makes you more creative. And I think about when we were children, we tried to, if we had an idea, we were trying to make it happen today with whatever the fuck we got. You know what I'm saying? And I've noticed that the most successful people are the people who act on an idea faster than everybody else. You see, your ideas are on point. You be on point with a lot of things, but the thing about it is that you don't see it through. Thank you for the give, Kisha. Thank you for the give. That's another thing. If you guys, I'm gonna start giving y'all shout out. So when y'all send a gift, I'm gonna make sure I give y'all a good shout out. Thank you, Kisha, for the gift. He said, Earl said, we got a follower. I am mindful of my thoughts. The same thoughts come up and make me feel a certain emotion. How do I stop? You have to stop that feedback loop. When you're constantly feeling, thank you, Jenny, for the gift. When you're constantly feeling a certain type of emotion, a lot of times it's your thoughts that are firing and wiring that emotion. And then what happens is that you start to create a feedback loop, right? Because now, once you feel that emotion, then what you do is you start to have a mood. Thank you, Souza. You start to have a mood, right? And then that mood starts to influence your thoughts again. And then it starts to create a reality. Then the reality starts to affect you. So you have to first decide that you're not going to allow that emotion to affect you anymore. So what that means is, this is something that Joe Dispenza talks about. If you're used to feeling the emotion of frustration at 3 o'clock p.m., because that's when you get off of work and you're now facing traffic, that means that every day at 3 o'clock p.m., no matter what you're doing, your body is going to get agitated. It's going to get irritable, because guess what? That emotion, that mood has been ingrained into your nerves, grained into your brain, grained into your nervous system, to the point that you're always going to feel that emotion like a trigger. What you need to do is you need to be able to, when that emotion comes up, do the meditation, take the deep breaths, tell yourself, change, and become mindful. But you see, once you become aware of the program, because that's a program, once you become aware of the program, you are now outside of it. The problem is that now that you are aware of the program, can you make a conscious decision to not act on it anymore? To not react anymore? Because that's what's happening. That pendulum, that thing that's trying to suck your emotional energy, is trying to get you to react. So you now have to have more intelligence than the system itself, than the program itself, than the game itself, because I like to call it a game, right? Than the game itself, right? And become aware of it and be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my cool. When I see things come into my life and it's trying to affect me and it's trying to make me emotional, what I start to do is I start to outsmart it, and I start to, you're not gonna make me upset, because I know what you're here to do. This matrix, this game is able to see that I'm creating my reality by the frequency that I reside at, which is a grateful frequency. This is why we tell you to be grateful. If you're grateful, you're going to create more opportunities and more things within your reality to make you grateful for. But if you continue to be agitated, if you continue to be irritable, I need everybody to spam the chat with fire emojis so we could drown out any negativity. That's all you got to do. Spam the chat with fire emojis, everybody, right now. Spam the chat with fire emojis, right? So once you see people come in and they try to get your emotional energy rising, that should be a sign to you that, guess what? You're doing something positive. You're doing something good, so much to the point where you got an antagonist coming in to try to stop you. And there we go with the fire emojis. Just like that, positivity reigns again. See, one thing that you have to do is you have to never allow negativity to see you sweat. Negativity cannot exist here. Negativity has no space here. The only thing that resides here is positivity, because guess what? Even when positivity comes and negativity wants to make an appearance, we turn that negativity into positivity. But how do I turn negativity into positivity in a world that got me so fucked up, Ori? How do I do that shit? Like, they really got me fucked up at work, Ori. Like, I don't know. I got to snap on them. No, I got to snap on them. Every time you snap on them, every time you want to respond, you put yourself back in that feedback loop, and they do it again because you gave them exactly what they wanted. Thank you for the gift, Faye. You gave them exactly what they wanted, a reaction. Do you know how stupid people look when they try their hardest to make you upset or give you or fuck with you? They put all their energy into fucking with you, and it did nothing. It absolutely failed. You know how badass that makes you look too? It makes you look like you're just so calm and collected. Thank you, Shan. And that is so powerful. That's how you stay in your power. Another way I want to tell you to stay in your power is I'm going to hit this sound bowl, and I want everybody to say, when I hit this sound bowl, I call my power back to me. All right. Because a lot of y'all, thank you, me and 3 for the give. Because a lot of y'all constantly think about things from the past that fucked you up. You think about shit that made you sad. You think about shit that made you feel a type of way. Make sure y'all subscribe on TikTok and subscribe on YouTube. If you're on here on TikTok, make sure y'all subscribe. What I want to tell you is that if you keep thinking about the things from the past that got you fucked up, you're leaving your energy there. A lot of y'all don't know that you've been giving your energy away to the things that happened in the past and they don't even exist. That breakup that happened 3 years ago, you're still fucked up about it and you're not seeing how it's holding you back from all of your energy. Half of your energy is in 2017. Half of your energy is in 2020. Instead of bringing all of your energy back to this present moment. That's why it's hard for you to create. You're still sulking over what happened in the past. But you want to know what it looks like. Thank you, Faith, for the lightning. You want to know what it looks like when a person, is living at a high frequency. They're grateful for everything that they've been through because it brought them to the moment that they are in right now. If you were rich right now, you would be extremely thankful for everything that happened in your life because you would know that everything that happened in your life is why you're rich. So the fact that you hate an aspect of your past is why you're still stuck there. Thank you, Maisha. So what I want you to do is when I hit this sound bowl, all I want you to do is take a deep breath. And I want you to think in your head, I take my energy back. I claim and I take my energy back, okay? 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. I take my energy back. Breathe out. Breathe in. I take my energy back. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, let me tell you something that might spook you out. After you do meditations like that or breathing exercises like that or little spells on yourself like that to bring in all your energy back, you're going to start to see that old people might start calling you. And the reason why is because you weren't even aware that you left energy over there. You weren't even aware that because you were so thinking about that person so much, because that person was on your mind so much, because that situation was on your mind so much, you didn't realize that you were giving your energy and your power away. So now that you've called it out back, some of those people might feel some type of emptiness or feel weird and they might think of you. So when they call you back, when they start calling you, them old people, just know that that is where you left your energy. Okay? Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. Thank you. Somebody said, you are so pretty. Thank you. Oh, nah, I'm going to let you know if they call. You funny, Jasmine. I take my energy back. Yes. Faye Love 555. Thank you for the gift. Let me tell you something. You're a beautiful spirit, okay? And I want you to understand, I'm talking directly to you. You're going to be like, how the fuck? Listen. You're a beautiful spirit. You have a heart. Like, you actually give a fuck, okay? You have to understand that not everybody deserves that from you, though. You have to know who to give a fuck about. You cannot give all your fucks away. And you have to know who to allow in your heart and who to allow to see your warmth. Not everybody is meant to see your warm side. Some people need to earn it. Thank you, Starlight, for the gift. You know, so they got to earn your warmth. Because guess what? If you just give your warmth away, people are going to take it for granted, babes. And I have a feeling that people have been taking you for granted. And that's why I'm here. That's why I teach you. That's why I teach you game. Okay? That's why I teach you game, so people will stop thinking that you can just be taken advantage of. And truth be told, game is just boundaries. Game is just self-respect. Game is just how you're supposed to view yourself when you know you're a commodity, a hot one at that. Period. But you be treating yourself like you on sale at Payless when you're a hot commodity. But until you start to view yourself like that, it's not going to happen. One thing that I want to start getting y'all to do as an exercise is I want y'all to start writing down how you view yourself. My eyelashes. I want you to write down how you view yourself or how you want people to view yourself. I'm going to give you an example. Somebody say, what's your life path number? You're a genius. I'm a 7 life path. So let me tell you what I mean, okay? This is what you should do. When I'm by myself, I tell myself, people respect me. People love to hear me speak. People are in awe of me. People, life is just so easy for me. People wonder why why I'm so lucky. These are the things that I say about myself, right? And the more you say these things about yourself, the more you'll notice that your physical reality will start to reflect that. And you'll start to see the world say it back to you. I remember before I was like, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy. I get money, I make money, I make money, I make money. And then I'm taking all my packages to the post office, and one of the ladies see me with my packages and she's like, you're making money. And that's when I knew, oh, the physical reality is regurgitating exactly what I say to it. You feel me? Like, don't even get me started on the Alton Mason thing. I'm still geeked about that. I told myself, because I'm in a 5-year, 5 is the number of good looks, I was like, because I'm in a 5-year now, people will think that I'm attractive. People will think that I have a beautiful face, or I'm pretty smile, or this. You can say these things about yourself. And then you know what's going to happen? Your physical mind is going to search for the evidence of the things that you tell yourself. So once you start telling yourself, I am beautiful, like I'm real life beautiful. And the more you convince yourself of this, because guess what? Nothing is a fact for real unless you believe it. If you believe it, then it's real to you. Nobody can tell you otherwise. You get what I'm saying? Somebody said 5-year meaning. I'm in a 5-year in numerology. So what that means is that this is a year of traveling for me. This is a year of good looks. This is a year of sexual energy. This is a year of entertainment. This is a year of indecisiveness. It's like, I notice how people look at me differently now since I started speaking only good things over me. Exactly. It's the same way that if you do an experiment with plants. If you speak to a plant in a negative way, the plant is going to die. But if you speak to a plant in a positive way, the plant is going to thrive. Now imagine if that can happen to a plant, and they always say that our brain is like a garden. Imagine what the words you're saying, how is it really watering that seed? You say such negative, mean things. You're nicer to everybody else but you. You say such beautiful things to everybody else, but the things that you say to yourself are so cruel. You call yourself stupid? I would never in a million years call myself stupid. I would never in a million years call myself ugly. I would never in a million years call myself broke. Like, the fact that you allowed the word broke to come out of your mouth, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, because how in the world could you ever speak over yourself in that way? Thank you, Billie Jeans. How could you ever speak of yourself in that way, in that manner? You see, I truly believe when you have the right energy, you can have the world at your fingertips. You're still going to face challenges, but the way that you go through those challenges will be so much more graceful. A lot of times, the way that you get a more empowering life is don't think. A lot of y'all overthink, and your thinking is almost like, think about it like this: the more you speak, the less attractive you become, right? But think about it, the only reason why you're speaking is because you're having hella thoughts come to your mind. So the less I think, the more I'll have life in my hands. And the reason why I say this is because guess what? How do I stop thinking though? By being in the moment. How do I get in the moment? With your breath. When you're thinking, thank you, blossoming goddess, for the gift. Thank you, Faith, for the roses. When you take a deep breath and you put your mind on that breath, like, listen to my voice. My voice is even different. When you take a deep breath and you focus on that breath, you reach a level of presence. Like, do y'all understand how powerful oxygen is? Like, it has the power to kill you if it's not there. It has the power to bring you life if you breathe it. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what happens when that life force that you're breathing to be able to live, you start to learn how to manipulate it and use it and breathe correctly? Do you know what type of energy that will bring to you? Oxygen to the brain will help you with your confusion. You're always confused and indecisive, maybe because there's not enough oxygen you're sending to the brain. You know what helps bring oxygen? Mindfulness. Like sports. When you're working out, you shouldn't be thinking. But think about how much you're breathing when you're working out. So you're breathe, breathe, breathe. You know why? Because breathing shuts the fucking brain down. It calms the brain down. And when you start breathing, you're able to control things because you're now in a flow. Panda says, Holy, you are stunning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Panda. Thank you, Pee Wee, for the gift. Thank you, 222 for the roses. Breath work is gold. No, literally. Like, think about it, right? When things start to feel good, right? In a nasty way, right? What you do? You take that deep breath. You know what I'm saying? When you being pleased, you take that deep breath. That deep breath, right? It's something about that breath. And I just think if you take a few more of those breaths, I think it could really create a high. Like, it's something about the brain, because think about it too, right? When you're using sexual energy, right? And you're having these breathing types of styles, right? I think of it also like Kundalini energy, right? Because guess what? When you're finished, you have this type of orgasmic state within the brain, right? You see how the sexual energy and the breath work and the magnetism is all connected? That's why also I think it's important that obviously if you have a good posture, it makes you more attractive. But why is that? Because that energy can flow through that spine correctly. And that energy in the spine is where the sexual energy is. It's the Kundalini. Is this making sense? Are we making sense? It's 3:30 right now. 33. It's 3:30 right now. Hold on, I'm just checking the live, making sure the live look right. Oh, we got 429 people here. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, everybody here, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm almost at 17K. So if you guys can go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube, I appreciate that. Thanks. Anyways, where are you guys from? If this is y'all first time watching me, I just want to tell y'all, welcome. What the fuck? Nice to meet you. How are you? Listen, let me tell you something. Over here, you are not just a number. I'm actually like, I fuck with y'all. What's good? Where y'all from? Orlando, Nigeria, Florida. Okay, I'm in Florida too. I'm in Miami. My new favorite person. Damn. Nice meeting you, boo. Ohio, Brooklyn, NC, Germany, Texas. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna come out to Texas. If you're in Atlanta, I want y'all to know I'm coming out to Atlanta on the 5th. I'm coming to Atlanta November 5th. Exactly. How are y'all doing, man? Listen, let's get into it. So I want y'all to know, comment down below if this is your first time watching me. Comment down below if this is your first time watching me. I'm trying to see something. I got to introduce myself correctly, you know. Comment down below if this is your first time watching me. Okay, bet. Listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. If this is your first time watching me, I need y'all to understand that I am Ori. My name is Ori. Born and raised Ori. I've just got to introduce myself before we start. My name is Ori. I'm a music artist. I started making music because of X. X is a very spiritual person. XXXTentacion. Once I saw him, I started teaching about spirituality because, you know, he inspired me. And ever since, this is just what I've been doing. You know, I've been here just trying to spit game to the youngins who, honestly, if you're watching this, you're probably not like everybody. Truth be told, like, if you're watching this, you're probably very different from the people that you hang around. You're probably one of the people that's like, you think very differently from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the thoughts that you have, you probably don't even want to talk about them with certain people because people might think you're weird or different, and I honestly think that that's why we're connected. I'm a 7 life path. All right. I do want to say, how many of y'all are into numerology and shit like that? How many of y'all are into numerology and shit like that? Because I just want to tell y'all something real quick. So if you love X, I want to tell you the reason why X really called to me now that I know numerology is because I recognize him and my birthday was so similar. So his birthday is January 23rd, 1998, right? And my birthday is October 23rd, 1999. So if you look at the birthday, it's literally 1, 2, 3. You feel me? Anyways. So like I was saying though, I do want to encourage everybody that the biggest thing that I've learned throughout this whole journey is that, like, you got to stand out. But the only way you stand out, truthfully, is by 100% being yourself for real. You cannot be afraid. You cannot be afraid to stand out, bro, because honestly, I think that's what set him apart. He didn't care about being like everybody else, looking like everybody else. And I feel like, for real, I've been consuming so much content. How many of y'all feel like that? Like, you've been consuming too much of other people's lives. Now, I know you probably watching my video and shit like that, but truth be told, my lives is not about me. It's really about you. Because everything I talk about, it's about you. You know what I'm saying? But what I've noticed is that sometimes I could look at other people's lives and I start to compare myself. But the thing about it is that, why are you comparing yourself? Why are you comparing yourself to anybody else? Because guess what? When you compare yourself to other people, you miss out on a lot of growth. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. Because guess what? Your last goal and your last high and your last milestone is the only thing you should be comparing to. How to make yourself better. Because nobody around you or anybody that you compare yourself to have your strengths, have your gifts, have your, like, you guys are on two different journeys. One plane is going to fucking South Africa. The other plane is going to fucking Mexico. And you wondering why the plane going to Mexico take 8 hours and yours is 3 hours. Like, why the fuck are you worried about two separate locations that have two separate kinds of foods, that have two separate kinds of music? You feel me? And then the thing about it is that when you start judging yourself to the standards of everybody else, you're never going to win, because it's always somebody that you're disappointing. That's why the only standards you should be trying to judge yourself by is your own. Y'all run up the likes, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this to 100,000 likes. And my goal for real, is 1,000 viewers. Bella said, your brown eyes are more beautiful than those contacts can ever be. Oh, I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know my eyes are beautiful, but I'm in a 5 year, so I'm focused on changing up things as much as possible. Y'all gonna see me in a whole bunch of different shit, new shit. Like, I'm that type of person where I play dress up, I get in character, I do all different types of things to excite myself, to keep myself excited to show up, because sometimes we get up and we have the same look over and over and over again. Sometimes you gotta switch shit up. Sometimes you gotta do things differently. Sometimes you gotta shock yourself, give yourself a new look, rework yourself. Sometimes you gotta rework yourself. You get what I'm saying? I want you to know too that when you start being yourself unapologetically, a lot of people are not going to understand you anymore. A lot of people are not going to understand you, and you gotta respect that. Hold on. You're going to have to respect that not a lot of people are going to get you. They're not going to understand what they're not about. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this, y'all. Okay. All right. Let's go. Happy to be here. Wagwan, everybody. What's good? What's good? What's good? Like I said, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to me on YouTube. The link is in my TikTok bio. All right. A lot of people are not going to understand you once you start 100% being yourself. And you got to be okay with that. I feel like, you know, sometimes we can get caught up in people pleasing when we want people to like us, especially when that person has opportunity, or especially, listen, one thing about it, I'm not for the act like nobody else to get some opportunities. Thank you, Lil Wolf. I'm not for to act like nobody else. Thank you, Tim. I'm not for to act like nobody else to get any opportunities. I'm going to be exactly who I am. And this is why I tell y'all, listen, if you fuck with me, it's because you 100% fuck with yourself. Period. If you fuck with me, it's because you 100% fuck with yourself, because guess what? I'm not willing to sacrifice who I am at the core for success. Because if I have to be somebody that I'm not to succeed, the success is not for me. No. And I don't want that kind of success. You see, I want to break the mold, and I think you should always be thinking outside of what people tell you should do. If people say you have to do this to be successful, you have to do this to become successful, be the type of person to say, you know what? I'm going to prove to you that you don't have to be like that. You could be exactly who you want to be. You get what I'm saying? Thank you for the gift, Shawnee. Thank you, period. You're gorgeous. Thank you. You feel me? So I recognized, I was like, you know what? Everybody is probably interested. Somebody, or is your Instagram and your bio? Yes. Some of y'all may think, you know what? What's more popping is this Kai Cenat thing, is this, is speed, is this, is that. I should make videos about this because this is more popular. Listen, let me tell you something. Do not do what's popular. If you're over here, if you're in my live right now, you're already doing something that's completely different. Thank you, nannies, love. Like, if you're over here, it's because you genuinely like the energy here. But do you understand that there are some people out there just doing what's popping to get up? They're just doing what's trending to become popular, to get success. I have more respect for the person who does what they does what they want to do, and who is exactly who they are authentically and become popping. I have respect for Kai Cenat though. You know why? Because nobody was streaming for real like that at his level until he did it. So because he broke a trend, because he made a trend, because he did something his way, he became number one in it. How can you become number one? By doing it your way, by being different, by being a trailblazer. Stop trying to follow the trends. Stop trying to follow the trends. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why my support system will always be stronger than somebody who just do trends. Okay. Now, this is not, I be talking about comparison, but I'm going to give you this comparison. Okay. You got a person like Charlie D'Amelio, right? I don't give a fuck. This is how you have to understand it. This is how I have to teach it for you to understand. But again, don't compare yourself. You got somebody like Charlie D'Amelio, right? Who really went viral off of doing TikTok dances. Okay. TikTok dances. It had nothing to do with herself, nothing to do with her personality. She did not become famous or viral because of who she is. Okay. You have me. Now, I don't have as many followers as Charlie D'Amelio or any other people, right? But what I can say is that the impact that I have on the smaller amount of people will always be greater than the impact that this person has. Because when you become successful off of something that is 100% you will have way more longevity and success than someone who becomes successful off of something that has nothing to do with them or is a trend. And they're always going to have a lack of identity. So sometimes you got to take the long road. Listen, I'm probably taking the long road by simply coming out here and talking about positive shit. Thank you, Casey, for the gift, because guess what? The generous shit is what goes viral more. But guess what? When I continuously get bigger, there's nothing that's going to be able to take that away. When you make your clothing line, when you make your YouTube videos, when you do whatever it is that you want to do, but you do it your way in your style that's against what's popular, when it becomes popular, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be different. You're going to have a brand of your own. And nobody's going to be able to take away from you what you do, because guess what? You created a whole trend. You created a whole style. You created a whole way of creation. Michael Jackson will never die because of the things that he invented, because of the things that he created. Black people was not on MTV. So as long as a black person is on MTV, we can never forget Michael Jackson. You get what I'm saying? That's why the people who know themselves are always the people that have the most success. You get what I'm saying? Like, you look at people who fall off, who don't have longevity. A lot of time it's the people who were constantly hopping from identity to identity. That's the problem. We got people out here still in identities. And that's why you got to stop questioning who you are. Because you got people who would love to have your personality. You got so much personality. Thank you, Anna. You got so much personality that people want to take it. Can everybody right now spam some fire emojis in the chat, because we got some negativity in there. So spam some fire emojis in the chat. So I want you to be you unapologetically, bro. Like, be you. So, because think about it. What you think makes a superstar a superstar? The fact that they're able to be them and not want to be anybody else. But it's very hard nowadays with the internet. The internet is so influential. I recognize that I had to stop tapping into other people's lives. You feel me? Because you start sabotaging your own creations. And the reason why is because you see something working for somebody. You think, oh, I should try that. But that thing works for them. That may not be your strength. Like, for example, for me, I can talk on this computer in front of this mic forever. Some people may not be that type of person to talk forever. Maybe they need to create something and write it out and take specific shots, and that's their strength. Play to your strengths. Play to your strengths. Know what you do best and let that be you. That's your advantage over everybody else. You are you. You are you. But what I want to tell you too is that, something Kanye West said that I really like is that he said that the opinions of others will always set you far astray than it'll help you. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you are yourself and you love yourself, you get what I'm saying? You radiate differently. You radiate differently. The problem is that people want to be everybody else. Kanye West said other people's opinions will fuck you up. Let me tell you a skill or a trait that the 1% have that the 99% don't have. Number one, the 1% does not need everybody else's opinion on what they should do. Some of y'all, when y'all about to do something, you go talk to everybody in your phone about it because you want validation, because you want to know if it's a good idea. Now, I'm not going to say that that's always a bad thing. Sometimes you do need to get some other opinions. But if that's what you do every time, then that means you're not really thinking for yourself yet. You need other people's input to feel confident. You need somebody else to tell you something to feel good about it. You get what I'm saying? Another thing I want to tell you too is you need to stop letting people play with you. A lot of y'all don't stand on your value. You don't stand on business. You don't stand on business. You need to learn how to love being by yourself so that way you're never afraid to walk from someone. Let me say that one more time. You need to learn how to love being by yourself so that way you're never afraid to walk away from someone. When you don't like being by yourself, you will accept poor behavior just because you want company. Thank you, Shawnee, for the rose. You will accept terrible behavior just because you want company. Just because you want company. And for all my beautiful people out there, thank you, Nichelle. For all my beautiful people out there, if your ass is always in the house, this is your sign to get the fuck out. I do not like the fact that you have such a beautiful life and you spend it by being in the house all the time. Go the fuck to the park. You're going to create a depression for yourself if you keep staying inside. Y'all need to start taking adventures to new places, even if it's a new smoothie shop, trying new foods. You guys need to start chasing the pleasures of life. Not chasing, but you guys need to start experiencing the pleasures of life. You're not meant to just go to work, come home, watch TV, watch Netflix, be on your phone, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? Some of y'all are homebodies and it's okay, but, start going on walks. Take a 20-minute walk after you eat. Start going on walks, man. You got to start doing healthy shit, bro. Some of y'all so antisocial because you're so and I get it. When you a black sheep, everybody else the same, you don't feel like spending time with them. You don't want to be around them. I get it. But you got to learn how to have a good time in the midst of around bots. There's always going to be bots. There's always going to be people who's not as conscious as you, who's not as smart as you, who's not as aware as you. But you still got to learn how to have fun. Don't avoid it. Don't avoid it. I love to experience life. You have to experience life. Some of you, I want y'all to understand that it's very hard to get momentum. Remember, momentum is magnetic. It's hard to get momentum when you always in the crib. Let me tell you something. If you find yourself really lazy, you know what will help you? Working out. If you work out, it's going to help you with that laziness. Like if you just struggle with being inside, you have to work out. Working out, you want to know why? Because guess what? If you're lifting 100 pounds, 60 pounds, right? And you're doing something that you don't want to do, it's going to be very easier to do other stuff that you don't want to do. Like you mustered up the courage and the discipline to get up and push them 40 and 50 pounds. It's going to be easy for you to put on some clothes and go to the park this time. It's going to be harder for you to procrastinate because it was hard for you to lift them 40 pounds. So now it's easier for you to take that trash outside or for you to take a walk. You feel me? What's up, Mr. Freedom? You feel me? Another thing that I learned too, I'm just listing off the shit that be on my mind for real. Another thing that I learned too was, I keep saying it, but it's like I feel like I have to keep saying it for it to really hit. And that's just like taking my time with everything. I think sometimes we can get so overstimulated that we don't take our time with things and get excited about things as if it's the first time playing with them or touching it or being around it again. Like act like everything you're around is your first time seeing it. Get excited about the small things again. Some of y'all are so jaded with life, and that's why it's going to be hard for you to receive more things. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful. Gratitude is how you attract more things. Gratitude is really how you attract more things. A lot of people a lot of people always know what the fuck wrong in their life, but they can never tell you what's going good. They know everything that's going wrong in their life, but they can never tell you what's going good in their life. And I don't like to be around people like that. People who can tell you every single problem, but can't tell you the good shit in their life are the people that you need to stay away from. Because guess what you're going to start doing? What you think you going to start doing when you hang around people who always complain? What you think you going to do? Tell me. You going to complain too. Exactly. Somebody said, okay, so how do I fix it? Awareness, baby. To fix anything, you just need to be aware of it. What that means is that if you're not aware of it, you can't fix it because you don't know it's there. But the fact that you've become aware that you complain, now when you start doing it, that awareness, you'll be like, oh shit, I'm complaining. Let me stop. And it's just like meditation. When you're meditating, right? And you find yourself drifting off, but you bring yourself back to center point, that's a win. When you're meditating and your mind is literally like having intrusive thoughts and you're thinking about something else, and then all of a sudden you bring your mind back to the balanced point, that's a win. So all you need to do is do that in real life. When you start complaining or you start having a nasty attitude, you bring yourself, you say, you know what? Let me get myself together. If you can feel it, you can change it. No facts. Literally facts. You become the company that you keep. Exactly. And that's why I say, in order to be the type of person that's always attracting beautiful things in their life, you have to be very focused on your energy. That means being focused on what you eat. Some of y'all eat very poorly and you wonder why you're always tired. You don't take no supplements. You don't do anything for your actual energy. And like today's live, I really want it to be about creating yourself. How do I create myself? How do I create the aspect of myself? Number one, you got to stop being cheap and start spending money on yourself. You got to start spending money on yourself. You got to start treating yourself, because guess what? How are you ever supposed to get comfortable with the world giving to you and you receiving if you don't know how to give to yourself and receive? Some of y'all don't receive a lot of things in life, or you don't receive free shit from other people because you don't even feel comfortable receiving. The moment somebody tries to give you something, you reject it. Yet you want the world to give you more shit? Come on now. How the fuck is anything or anyone ever supposed to feel welcome to give you anything if you always reject it? How can I better my focus? I always find myself pinballing good and bad. How can I better my focus? Breathing exercises and working out in the morning. What you want to do is you want to challenge yourself early in the morning, because the more you challenge yourself right when you wake up, the more you'll be able to maintain that level of discipline throughout the day. So doing your hardest thing during the day. A lot of y'all, the hardest thing for you to do in the day is to get your ass up and work out. So waking up early and working out, you're going to find that your focus is a lot more on point because you already locked in from the moment that you woke up. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I used to be cheap. After I started working out, I wanted to just look so better, so I started spending on myself. Yo, let me tell you something. I went to the gym the other day, and my outfit wasn't eating, and my session was not good. Like, when you look good, it really does affect everything that you do. My shorts, I didn't like the way they fit on me, and it really fucked up my workout. So it made me realize, you know what? I need to start getting actual workout clothes. Some of y'all, if y'all into fashion, if you start getting yourself better workout clothes, better shoes and stuff like that, it may actually be an incentive to work out more. Because I noticed when my outfit wasn't good, and like another thing too is when you're working out, you want to be able to see your body correctly. If your clothes are making you look overly big or too small or something, it's gonna throw you off. It's gonna make you not want to do it as much. You know what I'm saying? Bro, everything has to match now. Like, I'm so picky. Listen, man, I want y'all to understand that I will always be the person to tell you, make sure you look good. Because I single-handedly know what that did for my confidence when I started to actually spend money on myself. And I'm not going to lie, you know, it may be because I'm a little bougie or whatever. But it's like the more, I'm not saying that you got to spend a lot, but the more I spend, the more I take pride in myself. The more I invest in myself, the more I take pride in who I am and what I do. Because I'm like, bitch, like, I spend a lot of money on myself. I invested in myself. I invested time. And that's another thing too. It don't always got to be money that you spending a lot of. If you're spending a lot of time doing Pilates, you're going to have pride in your body. Thank you for the teddy bear, Jay. My friend get mad when I tell her the same thing, but when you look good, you feel good. See, that's the thing. Stay away from people that get mad at you when you want to look your best. It's like, you look at them and you kind of just like when you get dressed, they look at you like, oh, you doing too much. Stay away from the people, because what they're trying to tell you is that you're making me feel like I'm not doing enough and it's making me uncomfortable. So I'm going to tell you you're doing too much. But guess what? You would always rather do too much than not enough. Am I right? You would always rather do too much than not enough. Nah, but after 2 months of transformation, everybody was like, damn, you look good. I wish I could look like you. I was shocked. Bro, transformation is so fast. Like, a lot of y'all don't understand. If you focus on your transformation day by day by day, within 2 weeks, you can look like a whole different person. 2 weeks, you can look like a whole different person. For example, let me give y'all something, okay? Let me give y'all a little transformation tactic. You ready? All right. For 2 weeks, I want you to go to the sauna 3 times a week. Okay? I want you to go to the sauna 3 times a week. Just start off with that. Just going to the sauna 3 times a week alone, your skin is going to look so different. Your face is going to lose a lot of the water fat in your face. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you're trying to go through a full transformation, it is so possible. Like, we're in the fourth quarter of the year, right? If you lock in today and you say, you know what, by the time 2025 come, I want to look like a whole different person, you can do it. You can do it. Listen, y'all, I want y'all, if you are interested in this type of shit, this type of information, magnetism, how to be your best self, how to level up in psychology, what I want you to do is I want you to DM me your birthday and see if you're eligible to join my class. My class is $99, but I'm going to give you the game for free right here. Real talk. I'm going to give you the game for free. So if you want to transform before 2025 comes, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a schedule right now that we can follow. Follow it roughly, but if you implement these things into your life every day, just a little bit of it every day, you're going to naturally see that your life changed. Number 1, you have to listen to something. This is called personal development. Write this down. Write this down, write this down, write this down, write this down, everybody. I'm giving free game right now. I'm giving free game right now. I'm giving free game right now. Write this down. You need to do personal development every day, okay? So this is what's going to level up your mental. You cannot level up your physical without leveling up your mental. Your mental is what's going to level up your physical, because guess what? If you're not in the mentality to go work out and to be disciplined and then you're not going to do the things that you need to do to have what you want to have. So you have to become the person mentally first in order to really lock in and have that life. So you need to listen to something, personal development. What you're listening to right now is personal development, because you are developing as a person based off of what I am telling you in the information. Okay. So that means listening to manifestation books, listening to audio books. That means listening to fucking Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, listening to Ori Sticks, listening to whatever it is that you got to listen to that you know betters yourself. So you have to listen to personal development every day. Every day. If you want to make more money, I definitely recommend listening to affirmations, because what you're doing is you have to give your mind a type of, the best way I can say is that if you give your mind a book or you give your mind a video to listen to every day, right? Your mind is going to remember everything that is in that book. So for example, what I was listening to was Think and Grow Rich every day, or I would listen to Neville Goddard every day. Right? And because I would listen to them every day, I would stay in that mentality of I can create whatever I want. You see, the problem is that you get into that mentality once and then you drop it and you forget it because you're not consistently listening to it. All right. The second thing that you have to do is you have to work out. What's going to happen when you work out is you're going to get your body's energy naturally in alignment. And then what's going to happen is the sweating is going to remove a lot of the fluid and it's going to be a distressor. It's going to make you more attractive. It's going to make you more focused. Overall, if you're not working out, you don't really want it enough. Okay? You get me? If you're not working out, you don't really want it enough. Don't judge me. It's the only thing around me to drink. I gotta go get some coconut water. 2, work out, right? 3, what I want to say too is making sure that you're going, like, if you can get the sauna or the sun. The sauna or the sun. The sauna or the sun. Okay? If you do those 3 things consistently, what you're going to do is you're going to find that you naturally change. You're working out consistently, so your body's going to change. You're studying every day. Somebody said, nah, no excuse. You see, I tried to cover it a little bit too much. And that nigga, hey man, you know what? You guilty as fuck too, Golden. Cause how you knew? You saw it in the camera for 5 seconds, so you already knew what fucking flavor it was. You guilty too, guilty. You guilty too, bitch. You guilty too. How you knew exactly what flavor and everything it was, bitch? Listen, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't drink soda. Chloe, look at my skin. I could do that. I could do it. I could cheat. I could cheat a little bit. Okay, but don't be like me. Like, don't do what I do what I say. Y'all remember when your mom would say that? Don't do what I do what I say. His name is Golden Eye, right? Facts. I should have known his ass would be watching. Fucking name is sauna or sun. Yep. So number 3, the sauna or the sun. Listen, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now. The biggest thing that I saw change my life, like, I didn't do anything physically differently. I started making more money. I started getting more followers, started getting more respect, started getting more sales. And it had nothing to do with anything I was doing differently. Everything was just changing how I think. Isn't that crazy that I literally, all I did was change how I was thinking and my results changed? So what I would do too is I always have journals around me. I recommend that. Thank you, Lavender. You have to journal, bro. You have to journal. Some of y'all don't write your thoughts down enough. When you write down the things that you want to manifest, it's something about it that makes it more real. So what I would do too is I would write down the things that I want to experience, right? And I feel like every 2 weeks, every month, those words, they manifest, right? So it's like every month I manifest again. I do a new paycheck. I'm gonna go manifest, right? After I get my last little manifestations, I'm like, all right, bet, let me manifest the next goals. So what I do is every time that I get on live, I imagine my followers go up. I imagine my viewers go up. I imagine people subscribing. I imagine all these things right before I do it too, because guess what? Your mind is what's creating. But if you can always move with intention, you're going to pull at the energy of the things that you want, and you're going to get its attention. You get what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was manifesting for real when Alton Mason joined my life. I'm sorry, I got to keep bringing it up because it's still it kind of shocks me to this day how I really manifested him. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if you have a business, imagine people buying it. Imagine sales coming in. Imagine if you're a YouTuber, imagine people subscribing. Imagine it. Imagine the golden play button. Imagine it. A lot of y'all don't imagine shit for real. And then the thing about it too is you got to imagine right when you're going to sleep. Because when you imagine when you're going to sleep, you're taking it into your dream. You're taking it into your dream. What did he say when he joined? He was putting smiling emojis, which blew my mind even more because I'm just like, bro could have just been watching and just like was like, oh, scroll. No, bro was listening. He was listening and was like, he put smiling emojis because he know what I was saying was facts. What I was talking about was stop overthinking when you walk. And he's a model, so I get it. He can't think. When you're walking, you can't think. You have to just feel it. You have to just feel it. It just gets tough sometimes when tough things are happening to you 24/7. I see why tough things are happening to you 24/7 because you believe tough things are happening to you 24/7. You see how that works? You see how that works? When you think tough things are happening to you 24/7, tough things happen to you 24/7, and then you react to those tough things that's happening to you 24/7, and then you believe more and more. So energetically and emotionally, you're feeding it more and more. She said, love seeing your lives. I swear to God. Thank you. It's all about perspective. Exactly. So you have to, the way that you make a change is you have to start thinking differently, even though your physical reality may not look like the things that you're telling yourself. And then what happens is that your physical reality has no choice but to shift. Your physical reality has no choice but to respect the things that you're saying. You get what I'm saying? But you have to think about your brain like a computer that you have to program. So what that means is that you have to stop judging yourself for doing the programming. What that means is telling yourself, I am beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. Oh my God. How does it feel? How does it feel to not have to work a job no more? Ask yourself questions that forces you to answer as the version of you that you want to become. That's good. That's good. That's good. Ask yourself questions that forces you to answer as the version of you that you want to become. How does it feel now that you're a millionaire? And it's going to force you to put your mind into that state. And then once you put your mind into that state, start making decisions from that state. And it's going to be scary to make decisions from that version of you because the outside reality may look like it don't respect it. You get me? Ask yourself questions that forces you to answer like the version of you that you want to become. Thank you so much. Listen, y'all, if you have not yet joined my magnetism class, you are missing out. You are missing out. My magnetism class is $99.91, and everything that we teach about is the psychology of having an aura. It's about how to be magnetic, how to be able to get people to like you, how to be able to make good impressions, how to be likable, how to network, how to read people. Because fairly, some of y'all don't know how to read the room. Some of y'all don't know how to talk to people. You have social anxiety. Why do you have social anxiety? Because you overthink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to think about people with social anxiety like the character that is in the movie that keeps looking at the camera. If you keep looking at the camera, you're going to get out of character. If you keep thinking about the fact that you are a character in this TV show or in this movie that you're playing, you're going to have like this imposter syndrome. That's why you have to stop thinking about being the character and just be and walk. That's why in the movie Matrix, Morpheus asked Neo, he says, he told him, he says, It's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Some of y'all know the path. And because you know the path, it makes you overthink. Because you know better, because you know what's going on, because you're over aware, it causes you to overthink. And that's why sometimes the people who are ignorant of what's going on tend to just flow so much better, because they're not overthinking about everything that could possibly go wrong. Because you know what could possibly go wrong, you think about everything that could possibly go wrong. But what I want you to do is I want you to become more aware of everything that could go right. I want you to understand that living as your best self is the version of you that is always on a natural high. You ever been on a natural high? Have you ever been on a natural high? Have you ever been on a natural, you ever worked out and was on a natural high, or you just like got paid, got some money and you was on a natural high? You ever got some money and you was on a natural high? I want you to live in that energy. What if you can make that natural high your baseline frequency? Do you know what kind of things you would attract? Why do you think that when you're in that natural high, everything just goes right? Right? And why is it that even when things go negative, when you're on that natural high, it don't bother you? Thank you, Sim. It don't bother you. So what you need to do is you need to find out, how can I get myself to this natural high every day? That's why I say I start off with gratitude in the morning. In the morning, start off with, bro, I'm just so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I got a phone. I got Wi-Fi. Boy, I got eggs. I got food. Like, when you start breaking down that level of gratitude to that small of like, bro, I'm just so happy. Like, I'm healthy. You know what starts to happen? You start to just be happy. Like, you start to be like, bro, can't nothing make me upset because I'm here. I'm living. I'm alive. You feel me? We need to be besties. Yes, gratitude is extremely important. Gratitude, because guess what? Being grateful for something, look at the word grateful, full of greatness. You know, let me tell you how I know gratitude really works, all right? How many of y'all ever like took magic shrooms before, like magic umis? Thank you for the gift, Faye. Thank you for the gift, Sheikah. How many of y'all ever had like little magic umis before? How many of y'all had them before, right? You went on a trip, right? If you ever had a part of the trip that went negative, or you ever had a bad trip, let me tell you something. There was a time where I was tripping out with somebody, and the trip was starting to get a little negative because we was going on 7 hours and it was still at full throttle. So that shit can get scary sometimes when you going on 7-8 hours and that shit's still on 10. So what I ended up doing was, my friend was freaking out a bit. So I asked her, I lit up an incense, and the first thing I asked her was, tell me what you're grateful for. Bro, when I tell you the energy in the room lifted, it went from a dark energy to like we felt the energy change instantly. Instantly, all off of me asking her, tell me what you're grateful for. And she started saying, my mom, my family, my sister. And then I was like, that felt so good. She said, yeah, thank you for asking that. That really helped me. And that was the day that I recognized energetically what gratitude really does for us, that we may not be aware of, because we're not in a aware energy to be able to see the subtle energy of our energy changes. Does that make sense? I know I'm kind of yapping, but like, I know exactly what I'm saying. I'm just trying to find the words. When you're tripping out, you're more aware of the smaller energies at play. You're more sensitive to the energy. So when I was tripping out, when I was more sensitive to the energy, I was able to really see the difference that gratitude makes to our energy. I fully get it and can't write it down fast enough. Oh my God. Yeah, so I just want to let you know, if you're ever going through a bad moment, or you're starting to like think negatively, jump to gratitude. Gratitude will literally will get you right. Gratitude will like literally spike up your energy high. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this. Somebody said, question, what is the meaning of your blonde strip in your hair? Honestly, I literally bleached my hair out of respect for Brazil. So I've been learning Portuguese. I've been getting involved into the culture, and I've just been learning a lot about it. So I just bleached it for the respect. That's right. We all can find something to be grateful for. No, literally, we all can find something to be grateful for. Sometimes we always comparing ourselves to other people, but it's like, bro, like, do you understand that there are some people that would kill to be where you are? It's some people who would love to be where you are and have what you have. They would love that. But here you are not being grateful for what you have. You're not going to, let me tell you something. You're not going to get to your next level hating where you're at. If you're, also, if you guys make beats, if you're a producer and you make beats, DM me. If you're a producer and you make beats, even if you make Brazilian funk beats, DM me. Okay. I love the context. It connects so well with your skin tone. Thank you. That's awesome. I have some Portuguese in me. Thank you for answering. What's the correlation between the blonde streak and Brazil? I'm just curious. It's just something that's popular there. You also can't shame yourself into being grateful. How do I buy that frequency sound? What frequency sound? Wish you could talk more on social anxiety. Social anxiety comes from overthinking also. And I also feel like social anxiety comes from having a level of energy and not knowing how to maneuver it. I just feel like it really comes from overthinking. You know, sometimes, and I think it comes from insecurity. Because if you're confident, you want the whole world to see you. Do you get what I'm saying? When you're confident, you want the whole world to see you. Am I right? Am I right? When you're confident, you want the whole world to see you. Hey, for the people who joined your group, what do we have to look forward to? You're my crush. Are you single? No, I'm not single. How do you stop overthinking? Meditation is the practice that helps you with overthinking, and also mindfulness. Do you think it's possible to get over your partner cheating? Once they cheat, it's over. You see, the fact that you're trying to accept somebody cheating, they've betrayed your trust. Trust is like metal. Like once it rusts, that's it. Yes, confidence has a lot to do with social anxiety. They are hand in hand. No, literally, they're hand in hand. That's a no. Yep. If somebody cheats, it's a no-go for me, because guess what? You can't even be loyal to me. So why should I be loyal to you? Why should I be loyal to you? I also think that anxiety is also energy misplaced. Excitement misplaced. I believe it's energy and excitement misplaced. I was about to skip this until I heard imposter syndrome, and then I listened and glad I did. Yeah, a lot of people have imposter syndrome, and then I watched the video. Let me see if I could pull it up. I watched the video that talked about the more successful you become, the worse it gets. The worse it gets. Imposter syndrome. I'm trying to find a video with imposter syndrome. Yeah, he said the more successful you become, the worse the imposter syndrome get. And I was like, fuck. Imposter syndrome. I'm trying to find it. Imposter syndrome. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the video. That's why I say, listen, y'all, you gotta know you that bitch. Because if you continue to become successful, you're gonna continue to question yourself. Real talk. You're gonna continue to question yourself. I might have found it. Hold on, I might have found it. Boom.
Big mistake a lot of people don't realize, which is if you do really well and you don't believe in yourself, you don't become secure. A lot of people think that becoming secure is about being successful. That's not the case. If you're really successful, you don't end up with security. You end up with imposter syndrome. So I went to Tufts for medical school and I did my residency training at Harvard. And what I saw is that the more successful you become, that increases the rate of imposter syndrome. There's way more imposter syndrome at Harvard than there is at the University of Texas. There's way more imposter syndrome at a place like Goldman Sachs than there is at Bank of America. So lots of success actually creates this idea that I don't really know if I can do this. Oh, everyone else is so much better than me. So we see actually lots of success leads to imposter syndrome. Confidence doesn't come from success. It comes from surviving failure. It's also far more internal. So it's not something that anyone else gives you. It's like when you believe in yourself, then you're confident. And then the beautiful thing is that once you believe in yourself, then other people can think whatever they want to about you. Big mistake a lot of people.
Trying to tell you. But guess what? People are so easily influenced. If you truly believe that you're successful and you truly believe that you're a confident, beautiful person, other people will believe the same thing. The problem is that you have to be strong enough to believe in a thought so strongly that it influences other people. When you believe something so much, that energy radiates, that energy of that thought radiates to the point that other people start to receive that thought, because that thought is like Wi-Fi, it's like Bluetooth, it's like a sound. Like, you know, when you play music through your Bluetooth, people can receive it also in their brain, because their brain is like a radio station. This is why if you believe a thought strongly, other people will receive it. All I did was look up imposter syndrome on TikTok. You feel me? So like I said, if you're a person, let me tell you who my magnetism class is for. My magnetism class is for the person who has social anxiety but wants to thrive in social situations. My magnetism class is for people who want to be superstars. Maybe they want a career in entertainment. Maybe they want to be famous. Maybe they want to be an entrepreneur and they need to learn how to network, how to be able to set themselves apart from everybody else, how to have confidence, how to actually communicate effectively through body language, through vocal tonality, through how to story tell. A lot of y'all need to know that learning how to tell a story will have people listening to you. I know how to let people listen to me like for hours and keep them intrigued. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know that people will literally pay you millions of dollars or give you opportunities if you can influence other people? Why do you think that entertainers get so much money? Because they're able to influence off of their energy and their aura. That's why being magnetic makes you more money. Being magnetic, you're able to win over any interview. See, a lot of y'all don't even have an elevator pitch. Elevator 11, an elevator pitch is an 11-second pitch. So if I was to get into an elevator with someone and it's somebody successful that I really want to provide some value to, I'd be like, oh my gosh, hello, how are you? My name is Ori. Hold on, I fucked up. Hold on, you ready? Check me out. So it depends on who they are. Let's say they are let's say they're a music artist. Let's say they're a music artist, right? If they're a music artist, hey, yo, how are you? My name is Ori. I'm actually a producer and I do numerology too. A lot of the biggest music artists in the world are doing numerology. You probably didn't even know that. You know, how about this? Let me just get your birthday, right? They're going to give me their birthday, right? I have a skill that immediately in my first 11 seconds, I know how to blow your mind. If you give me your birthday within the first 11 seconds, I'm going to tell you something that's going to have you like, what the fuck? How the fuck do you know that? Now listen, the reading is just how to get a conversation out of them. After I get a conversation with them, I can take it to somewhere else. So what you need to do is you need to find something about you or find something about a conversation that will get somebody talking. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is y'all coming to your birthday? Why the fuck is y'all coming to why is y'all coming to your birthday? So when are you going to reply to people regarding your magnetism class? I've been replying to everybody. Did you send me your birthday or something and I didn't see it? Oh my gosh, Shawnee. Shawnee, you blowing me right now, boo. Somebody said we want to see the numerology. I have a rare birthday. What's your birthday? I comment on their smell because I call myself a scentologist. What the fuck? Somebody said we sent the money and haven't received any information on our class. Where did you DM me, my love? Because everybody has joined the class. You blew for 2 days and not just me too. So, okay, first of all, Shawnee. First of all, if you haven't received the product, all you need to do is DM me, my love. It's not that deep. If you haven't received something, all you need to do is DM me. Do y'all know? So boom, Sassy just DM'd me. Sassy, you didn't give me an email, my love. That's why, Sassy, you didn't give me an email. I literally DM'd you your email. I need your email, my love. That's how I give you the class. I need your email. You never gave me your email. Y'all are funny. Shawnee said, she said, Shawnee, I'm not sure about you, but I never let her talk to me like that. Not y'all instigating. Not y'all instigating. Add it to the note. No, DM me your email, baby. DM me your email. DM me your email, baby. Y'all messy. I don't like it here. You see, y'all acting messy. Y'all acting messy. One thing about it, every single person that has literally DM'd me to join my class has joined. I can show you how many people in the class. There's over 200 people in the class. Why would I let 200 people in the class and not let you in, my love? Like, don't be messy, baby. Every time people cash at me on here, I give them their readings. I do everything that y'all ask me to. One thing about it. Damn, Shawnee, so she's saying you lying. That's, you know what, Jace? I'm not for the fuck with you. I'm not saying, you know what? Whatever. Anyway, Shawnee, I'm going to give you your reading, okay? They want me to be a bad person so bad. Like, damn. Y'all is like, one thing about it, y'all is never going to try to, y'all are crazy. But Shawnee, I want you to understand too, like, what I'm about to say may come off, listen, let me tell you something. What I'm about to say may come off as rude right now, okay? It may come off as rude, but I'm going to be so real because, like, if you going to be watching my videos, you got to know what type of person I am, okay? Number one, to get a full reading from me is like $280 and $350. So when you send me $28, like, you can't expect the level of urgency as if you sent me 200. You get what I'm saying? Like, when I was on this live, Shawnee, I was asking you for your birthday. I didn't see the birthday. You didn't put your birthday in the Cash App, my love. So, like, y'all got to understand, like, you can't expect me to move. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And if you DM me and you join my class or whatever, like, you got to understand it's over 400 people in this chat. Do you know how many people DM me to join that class? You feel me? So if I didn't respond, just DM me. Like, I ain't never gave thief. I'm not a thief. Never gave thief. You ain't never heard people say, oh, she's scared. I ain't never gave that. But one thing I don't like is don't come on here and try to make it seem like my character, like, it's not that. You feel me? So, Sassy, and if I haven't gotten back to you in quick enough time, I apologize. But I do want y'all to know that I'm talking to y'all one-on-one, hands-on. You feel me? But Shawnee, it would have been easier to do your reading if your birthday was in the Cash App. That's why I say put it in the Cash App, because if you comment it, it's hard for me to see it. There's 400 people in here, y'all. Okay? They say, hey, lock in. Let me lock in. You feel me? They were just coming for my character a little bit, and I don't like it. Like, you feel me? Like, thank you. It's cool. Like I said, that was my first experience, and I came at the end. No, I appreciate it, and I understand why you would feel the type of way. It's your first time, but just, you know, if I ever say, like, hey, make sure you put your birthday in this Cash App, or make sure you put it here, or make sure you put it there, it's just so it can be easier for me. You feel me? Like, it's a lot of y'all. Yeah, y'all know it's a lot. I felt a lot of energy just now. Like, whoo. Like, I had to break down every little piece of energy. Like, I felt a lot just now. Keep it, one thing about it, baby. Let me tell you something. No matter what, I want you to know I'm always going to show up with integrity. Integrity. Okay? Integrity. You feel me? Like, a lot of these people on the internet, they come out here and they do scam. They do take your money. They you know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking about magnetism, you got to understand also when it comes to psychology, your reputation is everything. Your reputation is everything. So I would never do anything to hurt my reputation, because I know that once people know you to be a thief, once people know you to be stank, once people know you to be stank, you're not beating them allegations, baby. You're not. Once people think that you're broke, once people, like, you get what I'm saying? And then this is an 8-year. This is an 8-year too. This is the worst year to be trying to scam people with money, because the number 8, what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. You feel me? So in a year like this year, somebody said, but you can't control what people think. But I can control who I am. You get what I'm saying? And if you show up as who you are and you come across certain people who are honest, you're going to have more people know who you are than the lies. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's important to just show up as you are, because when you know who you are, you're not going to give guilty. You're not going to give inconsistencies, because even when people talk shit about you, when those people come to see if that shit was true, they're going to be like, damn, that shit wasn't even true. When I met her, when I talked to her, she wasn't even like that. So don't worry about the lies. Don't worry about what people say about you. Like, you got to understand that when you doing your thing, a lot of people will talk shit about you. A lot of people will have shit to say about you. A lot of people have shit to say about you. But you have to be proud, because guess what? If you wasn't doing shit, nobody would have shit to say about you. If you wasn't doing shit, nobody would have shit to say about you. So if somebody's talking about you, clearly you're doing something right because you're on their mind. And I always tell you, if people thinking about you, you should be excited, because most people don't even think. They don't think about shit. They don't think about shit. You feel me? But it's like, I do want to tell you too, like, I've realized too, when you have low prices about things, and this may be a little messy, but I'm just being real. When you give discounts, people that took the discount tend to give you the most problems. But when you charge people your full price, those people that pay your full price will give you the least amount of problems. And I'm going to just leave that there. I hope that makes sense. Those that never are able to pay your full price will stress you the fuck out. They will stress you the fuck out. But those who pay your whole price with no sweat, done, sent, it's confirmed. Those are the ones that are patient. Those are the ones that's not going to fuck with you. Those are the ones that's not going to stress you out. Those are the ones that's going to... You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I've noticed work with. Every time I worked with millionaires, they were some of the easiest people to work with. Not all of them. Not all of them. Thank you. Thank you. Not your typical. You feel me? But you also have to carry yourself as someone who's worth being paid a lot too. That's another thing too. Y'all gotta start carrying yourself as if you alone, like your business is A1. Like, you have to carry yourself like everything about you is worth being invested in. Like, I want you to treat yourself like you're an investment, right? And I want you to craft and carve out this investment, because I want you to be prepared. Here's an affirmation that I like to say. Successful people pour into me and want to partner with me. Right? The more you tell yourself shit like that, the more you're going to find people are going to come into your life and see you and invest into you and to pour into you. But you have to tell your brain and your mind what you expect. You get what I'm saying? Somebody said she's wearing the yellow for Sunday. Stop giving them a game out, bruh. Stop giving them a game out, Bryce. Damn, Bryce. Bryce giving out all my games. Shit. Bryce, stop giving out my game, bruh. Bryce just called me out. Bryce says she wearing yellow for Sunday. That's part of the magnetism. Also, you see Goddess Oshun. Goddess Oshun. You see what this is? You don't know what this is, Oshun. Goddess Oshun, you know what this is? Y'all don't know what that is. That's a part of the magnetism too. Y'all don't know what that is. Y'all don't know what that is. What's the magnetism for Monday? You said, what's the magnetism for Monday? The bees. Yellow do look good on you. Thank you. No, this is not bees. This is just brass. Brass is for Oshun. You got to put us on. Man, y'all was just coming at me. Y'all was just coming at me. Like, y'all was just coming at a nigga. I done forgot this. I ain't see your DM. Nah, I'm trying to steal your $28. Like, damn. Is it Sunday where you are? It's Monday where I am. It's Sunday. That was one person. Like, y'all saw, hey, did y'all see me? I was like, what the fuck going on? Like, Sammy sent the bracelet. Thank you. But like I said, make sure y'all DM me your birthday if you're looking to join my magnetism class. All you need to do is DM me your birthday. The class is $99.91. And I just want to show people, just for people who think I'm scamming, because I got to clear my name up, because my reputation is everything. Just for people that think I'm scamming, I have an official website. I have an official app. There is no reason for me to scam if I actually have the product. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason for me to scam if I have the actual product. Okay, so this is the product. The product, I have classes, I have videos in here. Like there's no reason for me to scam if I had the actual product. Most people would scam if they just be like, send me the money, and they don't give you the product, or you know what I'm saying, or they don't have the product to begin with, and they lie to you. I have the actual product. Okay, so just for everybody there, I do have to clear my name up, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm about to go outside, like, you know. Oh, y'all got birthday twins in the chat? Yeah, man. We have to turn up. See, y'all funny. Yeah, man. So like I said, if you want to join my magnetism class, all you need to do is DM me your birthday to see if you're eligible. The class is not your typical scam. What the fuck is y'all talking about? That word triggers me. Somebody said, and that's the resume. What you talking about, babe? I don't think you would scam me. I think like, okay, good. I just didn't get to your message. That's it. I just didn't see it. Scam me, still confused about money. Man, if you don't get your... Man said still confused. Get your... Man, if you don't get your... That's what they told you when they did scam you, boy. Hey, if you ever hear somebody say scam me, still confused about money, they about to scam you. Oh. Yeah. What's up, babe? We not beefing, queen. I'm literally joining your class. Okay, man, because I gotta listen, man. You know, that's like a Me Too movement. You gotta be careful with that, with people on the internet and with products, and like, you know, I gotta protect my business, baby. You are not a family, but I've been scammed. You are not a family, but I have been scammed, was my comment. Authenticity is so important to me. We good. I'm a Capricorn. You a Scorpio. We good. All right, I'm just making sure we tight. We cool. We type shit. Okay, just make sure you DM me. Okay. Somebody said you just said it. Said what? Listen. Oh no, that's so right. Yeah, man. So y'all funny. Y'all funny as hell. My birthday is October 8th. That's a powerful birthday. Can we talk about yellow? Well, yellow belongs to the goddess Oshun. Okay. And Oshun is the Orisha of beauty, the Orisha of fertility. Oshun is known as one of the most beautiful Orishas, or she's the one that looks into the mirror, and she's covered in yellow. So I want y'all to know that wearing yellow does, you know, it amplifies you. It amplifies you for sure. Wearing yellow definitely amplifies you. That's another thing I want to tell you. The colors that you wear definitely play a big part. Orisha equals deity. Yes, Orisha is a type of deity. Orisha is the type of deity. How did yellow become her color? I'm not sure how yellow became her color. The ability to change it. I gotta do more research. I dreamt about yellow August 29th, living with negative people. If you're living with negative people, let me tell you something. You're going to have to learn how to not let things get under your skin. So if you're living with negative people, you're probably learning how to have tougher skin. Are you familiar with Hermetics? Yes, I taught that in my mystery school. Yeah, man. You see, I want to show y'all something again. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. I gotta show this man again because I want y'all to see the magnetism. Like, I want y'all to see. Look at this energy. Look at the energy. Not afraid to stop. Not afraid to pose. Not afraid to shine. Not afraid to. You see that? Some of y'all, if you needed to take pictures in front of like a whole crowd of people, some of y'all be like, oh my God, like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to this, because you're afraid to put yourself out there. But the thing about it is, why are you afraid to put yourself out there? I feel like you're afraid to put yourself out there because you know you haven't been putting in the work on yourself for real. I feel like you know your skin not where it needs to be because you haven't been doing it. I feel like you know your body not where it needs to be. But when your hair done, your nails done, then you want to be outside. Think about it. You're your most confident when you feel prepared. You're your most confident when you feel prepared.
And just took it a day at a time.
Look.
And just took it a day at a time. Our dreams would come true.
Look at the walk. Calm.
Where have you?
Calm. Swagger, you gotta know you that nigga. You gotta know you are that nigga. You have to know. If you don't know you that nigga, then nobody knows. I don't know. You gotta let me know with your energy. Your energy has to walk in the room and be like, this my shit. But a lot of y'all don't got the balls to like carry yourself like that. That's the problem. A lot of y'all don't have the balls to carry yourself like that. Can't be afraid to carry yourself with confidence. Can't be afraid for people to see you. Like, people are gonna hate and that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do when you showing up looking like a fucking beauty. That's what the fuck they're supposed to do. Hold on, I want to show y'all something else. Cause I feel like he perfectly teaches how you should carry yourself. That's how I feel. Black absorb energy, so when wearing black, make sure it's a joyful place. I agree. Fear is the language of negativity. Oh, don't listen. Let me tell you something. I've programmed myself to never entertain an unfavorable outcome. I've programmed myself to never entertain an unfavorable outcome. Those people that are always thinking about what could possibly go wrong are the ones that life completely is unlucky for them, because they're always thinking about it. Whatever you think about is what you attract. Whatever you think about is what you attract. But some of y'all get caught in these loops of overthinking, and I want to tell you that a lot of y'all get caught up in these loops of overthinking because of who you're hanging with. You know your friends' thoughts are contagious. Did you know that? Did you know thoughts are contagious? And that when you hang around people who are constantly sad, upset, negative, ugly, poor, they have these negative thoughts, these ugly thoughts, these poorful thoughts, these broke thoughts, you're going to naturally start to entertain those thoughts within your own mind. Naturally, because it's how energy works. That's why you have to start to put yourself where you see yourself. Sometimes that means spending a little bit more money. Sometimes that's what that means. What happens when you be cheap and you get a cheap hotel? What happens? How do you really feel when you're in that cheap hotel and you're like, but how do you feel when you really spend that money on yourself? How does it feel? And you cannot be afraid to spend money on yourself, because when you're afraid to spend top dollar on yourself, it shows and it signals to you and the money that you're afraid to spend top dollar on yourself because you're afraid it won't come back. But when you know it's coming back, you gonna spend it. But this is why it's important to also, like, if you know that the life that you live in, you're not for to settle for that, then that means that you got to start hustling for something. You got to start hustling for the things that you want. What that means is that you got to start getting purposeful. You want to become more magnetic? Getting on your purpose is the most magnetic thing that you can do, because guess what? When you're naturally busy and you wake up and people call you like, what you're doing? Yo, my bad. I was working on some music. I was working on my fashion. I was sewing. I was this. That is so attractive, because guess what? When you tell somebody that you can't show up today because you're busy working on something, you start to show that your energy and your presence has a lot more value. You're not just somebody who's just bored looking for a distraction, but you're somebody on purpose. And what that means is that your presence must be valued, because if you're here, that means that, like, I actually gave you my free time. And people will start to respect you more. When people see you working on your shit and you're not just somebody that's just mindlessly hanging out with everybody and drinking, but it's like you're actually working on something, people respect that too. A person that's ambitious, that has a career. But somewhere down the line, you've allowed chasing money to be the forefront of everything. Let me tell you something. Chasing money does not get you far. Just like chasing girls don't get you far. Just like chasing men don't get you far. Excuse me. Love gets you far. But chasing women don't get you far. You see the difference? You see the difference? Love gets you far. But chasing girls and chasing niggas don't get you far. What's the difference between that? Chasing women and chasing girls and all of that's distractions. Love comes to you. Love finds you in the craziest ways. A lot of times the love will find you when you're on purpose. You'll probably find your love through your purpose. Finding your love through your purpose is also such a beautiful thing too. Because that person that you love, they know you from what you love to do. You get what I mean? Yeah, stop chasing. I don't chase shit. That's one thing that I don't chase shit. I don't chase shit. Don't chase money. If you're going to chase after anything, it should be chasing after them goals, chasing after those dreams, because money is a side effect. Women and sex and all is a side effect. You don't chase that. Those things naturally chase success. You get what I'm saying? When you're on point, you say, I don't either. When you're on point and you're literally like focused on yourself, everything else is going to like start chasing you. Money's going to start chasing you, because guess what? Who doesn't love a working man? Who doesn't love a working woman? A person on their grind? Who isn't inspired by that? Who isn't attracted to somebody on their shit? That's why when you get on your shit, like, you got to understand, doing that yoga does put more money in your pocket. You may not know the direct correlation, but energetically it's putting you in a frequency to receive more, because you're practicing and acting as that version of you that is the most abundant. If you were in lack, you wouldn't be doing no fucking yoga. You'd be trying to do something to make some money. Thank you, African princess. If you was in lack and you was broke and poor, you wouldn't be doing no yoga. You wouldn't give a fuck. You feel me? I'm just being real. You wouldn't give a fuck. You'd be like, man, I ain't figuring out how to pay these bills. You feel me? So that's why I say, when you care for yourself, when you love for yourself, I think that's the most ultimate form of abundance. Because that means you have more than enough to love on yourself. Love is the best form of abundance. Like, let me tell you something. This is something I want y'all to do. Write this down. If you do this, I'm going to fuck with you heavy for real. What I want you, thank you for the gift, Sunflower and Mubali. What I want you to do is, I want you to go buy one of them little $5 little face masks from like Target or something, or like Ulta or something. Buy one of them little $5 little face masks, okay? And then what I want you to do is, I want you to go get some coconut water, or go get a real coconut, right? And then what I want you to do is, I want you to put that little peel-on face mask on your face, and I want you to drink the coconut, and I want you to see how you really live in life for under $10. You see that? For under $10, you live in life. $5 face mask and coconut. If you do that, you're going to feel like, I'm that bitch. You see how you did that for $10? You see how you did that for $10? Take a picture. Coconut, face mask, you're different. You're different. But y'all be thinking that everything got to be so expensive. Shit ain't got to be expensive. The beach, free. Go tan on the beach. Go do yoga on the beach. Go walk the beach, right? And go get a smoothie or something. Look what you just did for $12. That's living. That's living. If you got a lake, if you got a little nature reserve, go get a smoothie and go walk the nature. Boom, that's living. That's luxury, baby, for real. You laughing, but that's luxury for real. A lot of y'all got luxury misinterpreted. You think just because it costs a lot is luxury. No, babes. No. I'm just being real with you. Like I said, if you want to join my magnetism class, DM me your birthday to see if you're eligible. And if you're eligible, then we can proceed with payment today. The class is $99.91. What y'all mean I'm tripping? What y'all talking about? Who tripping? Who tripping? What you mean I'm reversing the natural state of the world? I'm confused. You made my moment worth being here. I live not far from the beach. I just inboxed my birthday. See, the beach is a luxury if you're not in Florida. That's why I said nature also. Because guess what? The mountains is a luxury if you do live in Florida. You get what I'm saying? You said, and everyone will be eligible. What are you talking about? Nature never rushes, yet everything is accomplishing. You enlightened me today. Thank you. It's where your heart at, your soul at, everything within. Yo, let me tell you something. The most luxurious thing you can be is at peace. The most luxurious thing you could ever do is be at peace, bro. The most luxurious thing you could ever do is to be at peace. Because that's priceless. That's priceless. Where'd you get your ring? This ring was at a farmer's market. I got you, Vlad. This ring will be at a farmer's market. You sent me your email, right, Vlad? That's why it's hard to come out. Can you explain what that means? Reversing the what? The what? What the fuck is y'all talking about? Some reversing the natural? I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Anyways, facts gotta be Omarion though. You know what you let me tell you something. A skill you need to have if you trying to be unfuckwittable. You gotta literally tune out everything everybody has to say about you, even the compliments. If you die for the compliment, you're gonna die by the complaint. If when people compliment you, it completely makes your day, completely makes your spirit, that means that when someone says something negative about you, it's gonna completely break your heart. Stop worrying about them. They you know what? Ever since I started getting more people in my life, they've been hating lately. Alton Mason came into my life a couple days ago, and now all of a sudden they just all the hate just coming. See, that's how you know. That's how you know when you start receiving hate or pushback or resistance, is because you're doing something right. You see, y'all always think that when something negative happens, it means something bad. Remember, there's a such thing as a backwards law. Chasing something positive within itself is a negative thing. So trying to chase compliments within itself is a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I know. Because before, I wasn't reaching enough people to reach the haters. You feel me? And it's like, you got to be so confident and strong within yourself that nothing nobody says will ever make you feel a type of way. Some of y'all get so moved by what somebody else has to say about you as if it's facts. If you know it's not truth, you shouldn't worry about anything anybody has to say about you, because guess what? Any energy that anybody wants to send to you, you're able to transmute it, especially when it's not true. Because of the intention that that person was in when they decided to speak lies on you. Nobody, listen, they can't do it like you. And you got to understand that people are always going to feel a type of way when people who are doing better than you shouldn't have nothing negative to say about you. You know what I'm saying? That's why most of the people that's talking shit about you are the people that's below you, beneath you, that's not doing as well as you. And they feel a type of way about it. People doing better than you will always show support because they know where you were once at. They've been there before. My live is always on my YouTube, so if you want to, somebody said, what? Man, y'all have your own conversation in the chat. I can't. What you mean for the $28? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying? I don't know. Somebody said, can you talk about relationships? What do you think about them? What about relationships? What about relationships? You got to tell me what you want about relationships. I'm not scrolling up. You got to tell me what you talking about with relationships. What about relationships? That the mystery classes. Yeah. What about relationships? Nobody's beneath or over anyone. All right. Y'all take... Listen, let me tell you something. You can believe what you want about life, but I think that y'all have a way of like thinking about life how you want it to be, which is beautiful. But the truth is, if someone has less money than you, they're more likely to talk shit about you. If somebody has less than you, they're more likely to talk shit about you because they want to be where you are. This is how y'all hurt yourselves, when y'all think that y'all know how everyone should be, when everybody is exactly how they are, and when you don't accept people for who they are. That's what hurts you for real. That's what hurts you for real. Wanting people to be who you want them to be instead of seeing them for who they are. Somebody said, and she said, how you view the world speaks upon you rather than others. Hey, I mean, 300 people in here like the way that I view the world and are learning something from it. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I try to look at the world like that. Like, no, there's no such thing as this person is above this person, or this pub is above this person. But there's a reason why there's a such thing as the oppressed and the oppressor. You don't have to agree with it, but it's there. Classism is a thing. Classism is a thing. So what I'm trying to make you aware of is, at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't have as much as you, they're more likely to feel a type of way about you. You get what I'm saying? Do you believe in energy transfer in relationships? How can we protect ourselves from the negative one? You protect yourself from negative people through discernment and separation. Period. Discernment and separation. Somebody said, all right, y'all be bored. Haters be bored. Somebody said, not even monetary. Oh yeah, people could definitely be jealous of your energy. People can definitely be, you know what I'm saying? People can definitely fuck with your energy, bro. That's why you got to be careful who you talk to, who you be around, who you play with. Everybody. You got to be careful with them. Because what I've noticed is that, like, you got to be... That's why I like Kanye. One thing Kanye West said, he said, I'm arrogant. No, he said, I'm confident when I know what I'm doing. I'm arrogant when I don't know what I'm doing. Right? And at first I'm like, what the fuck was Kanye talking about? And then I recognized he said, because I would rather have a high perspective of myself than allow anybody to have a low perspective of myself. Listen, let me tell you something. Not everybody's going to agree with how you go about things. And that's something that I had to recognize. I started blowing up on social media when I was 18 years old, and I wanted everyone to like me. I wanted everybody to love me, until I recognized that everybody liking you means that you're not who you really need to be. And the reason why is because if everybody likes you, then that means that something is wrong. If everybody likes you, then that means that you're shifting for every single person. You're becoming the person that they would like based off of who you're talking to. And I was like, no, that's not what I want to be. Until I realized that success was having some people actually dislike you because of how authentic you are in your views and how you view things. So I was just like, okay, you know what? If people don't like you, if people feel a type of way about you, fuck them. As long as you being you, you have nothing to worry about, because guess what? You could easily change yourself to be liked by that person, but then you won't like yourself. And how much was it worth changing yourself then? You see, what I like to teach is teaching people how to be themselves and be magnetic in themselves. You don't need everybody to like you. But how come some people who are better than you don't want to see you win either? That's a good question. Because I want to tell you, remember when I said most people that are doing better than you don't want to see you win? Okay? And the reason why most people who don't want to see you, that's why the people who are doing better than you but don't want to see you win, the reason why is because they know eventually you're going to be doing better than them, because they can see your talent. And a lot of times, if somebody who is doing better than you is afraid of you doing better than them, or they're hating on you, that must mean you're very fucking close to being better than them. A lot of y'all may not realize, hold on, let me say this one more time. Somebody may be doing better than you and may be hating on you, because they know you're better than them. Maybe your skill is better than them. Maybe you dress better than them. Maybe whatever it is that you guys both do, you do better than them, and they know eventually when your opportunity comes, you're gonna surpass them. I need my Fanta. You feel me? They see potential. I know people like that. I know people like that who will literally see you before you see you and try to sabotage it. You get what I'm saying? Someone say, hey, we're golden eye. Oh, Sandra, you're really hating. Sandra, let me clear you real quick. Sandra, you so mad. Sandra, why the fuck you so mad, baby? Why you so mad, Sandra? That's not good energy, baby. It's aging you. And you giving me all your energy by hating on your Sandra. I'm 24 years old. Oh, 25 now, and I'm wearing some contacts. Why you so mad about it? Damn. Are you a fan of Nicki Minaj? You like Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj wear contacts. Models wear contacts. Jeez. Why you so mad? Sandra? That ain't good for you. You raising your cortisol levels up right now. You're stressing yourself out. Somebody said third eye, you block it. All right, Sandra, I'm done with you, girl. At this point now, I think you a bot. Because you just not making sense. She mad because she not the one with them on. I don't know. This isn't even true. Like, I know I eat. That's one thing about it. Like, nobody could ever try to make me feel insecure about myself. I know I eat. Alton Mason came in this bitch. Like, Gabrielle Union walked up to me and called me beautiful, bitch. Ain't nothing nobody can say on this motherfucking internet could ever make me feel a type of way. You feel me? But I just want to tell you, like, it's just not cute. Like, to hate on somebody else is just not cute. Like, it's not good energy. But let me tell you something. Remember what I told you about people who hate like that? When people are overly judgmental to other people, I feel bad for them because I know that if they're overly judgmental like that with me, I can't imagine how judgmental they are with themselves. I can't imagine how judgmental they are with themselves. Because if you would openly tell me your judgments, I can't imagine the judgments you're not willing to say out loud. And that's what I've noticed. Like, you know, I used to have a friend who was very insecure, right? And he will always have something to say about people. And I told him, I was like, that's why you're insecure. You're insecure because you're always pointing out everybody's flaws or everything about someone, that when it's time for you to pop out, you're doing that to yourself. You're being your biggest hater, like you're a hater to everybody else. You get what I'm saying? And you know what? I take this as a sign that I'm growing because now I'm being challenged. Whereas before, I could come on here on my TikTok and speak whatever on my mind, and I wouldn't worry about nobody judging me and stuff like that. But now I see I'm starting to get bigger now because I'm starting to get hate. So you got to understand that a negative, if you see it as a negative, it will be negative. But if you look at a quote unquote negative and you see the positive inside of it, you'll notice the positivity. You got to learn how to continuously ignore the haters. I don't even think Sandra is hating. She was genuinely trying to help you. Did I ask for an opinion? Did I ask what she thought about my contacts? Did I ask what the fuck she thought? Was I talking about my contacts? Was I talking about anything that I'm wearing? Was I talking about that shit? This whole life, I've barely been talking about me. Don't give me no opinion I didn't ask for. You're not helping me at all. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like, people are so open to giving their opinions as if it's worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said you didn't ask, but at least tell her in a nice way. Why the fuck should I say anything in a nice way after you came at me like that? See, that's the thing. See, I think y'all forget I'm a Scorpio. Don't come at me with a type of energy that you're not ready for me to match, because I could tell you my opinion a lot about what you got going on, what you wearing that I don't like. But I don't do that because everybody has their own style. Why would I put my opinion when I have my own perspective about things, my own style about things, my own way of wearing things, and try to tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fucking helping me. I didn't ask for help. That's the problem. You feel me? Somebody said, LOL, what's a nice way? LOL at times. Listen, let me tell you something. I need y'all to understand right now, just so y'all can get to know me. I'm not that spiritual person that's like all love and light and, oh, thank you. No, I will clock the fuck out of you. I will protect myself and not give no fucks, because that's the thing. You see, when you're a person that is afraid to protect yourself, you won't stand up for yourself because you're afraid of not being liked by people. If me protecting myself causes me to lose viewers or lose followers, then fuck it. That's a part of being authentic. I'm not going to sit here and play some role as some spiritual guru, spiritual teacher, and try to sit here. No, I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to protect myself. You feel me? But like, somebody said, how did you gain such high confidence? Were you always like that? Let me tell you something. One way that I gained a lot of confidence was refusing to do what other people wanted me to do. Because I can accept taking an L for a decision that I made, but it is very hard to take an L from a decision that you made based off of somebody else's opinion. And what I recognize is that the only person who is with me 24/7 is me. And a lot of times people will try to tell you how to live your life, how to do things, but nobody knows what's best for you except you. Having high confidence is knowing that you know what you're doing. Having high confidence is knowing that you are that bitch, that you are you, and nobody can be you. You feel me? Thank you, African Princess. Somebody said, what's the difference between divine feminine and feminine? I think when you see masculinity and divine masculinity, I think divine feminine and divine masculinity is when there is a comfort being in it and no longer seeing it as a weakness. You get what I'm saying? Some people may see being emotional as feminine, right? And a lot of people use that as a negative term. But when you're in your divine feminine, you know how to transmute that energy and that emotion. You no longer allow the emotions to affect you. When you're in your masculine, you are very alpha and very tough and strong, maybe even a bit argumentative. But when you're a divine masculine, you're not asserting your power and your dominance over people, but you're using it to empower and to protect. It's all about your intention, which makes it divine. And you know, y'all need to go on with that negative shit. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not like it. Y'all need to go on. That ain't got shit to do with me. Listen, don't come in my chat. Oh my God, I'm blowing up. Oh my God, I'm blowing up. You know how I know I'm blowing up? Bitch, I'm arguing with people on live. I'm blowing up. It's happening. Bitch. I'm arguing with people online. It's happening. You know you got motion when you arguing with motherfuckers online. You know you got motion. I got one. Hold on. We gotta put the song on real quick. We got motion real quick. Hold on, we got motion. We gotta put the song on. You got motion real quick. Cause guess what? They can't do it like I can. Hey! We got motion. Oh, let's take it. Come on.
Like I can.
Let's go.
They can do it like I can.
We hit 100,000
Like I
likes.
can.
Thank you for the gift, not your typical.
They can do it like I can. Even if they try. Cause it come from inside. Why you try to hide me? Try to hit me.
Let me tell you something. That just hyped me up. Listen, they don't want you to know how powerful you are, fam. Thank you for the gift, fam. Let me tell you something. I got it now. I got it. I got what I need to say. Fam. I got the message. Ancestors just downloaded the message on me. Y'all ready? They don't want you. Let me tell you the biggest thing I wish I could have told myself 2 years ago. Thank you for the gift, a style, an African princess. Let me tell you something. They don't want you to know how powerful you really are for real. So what they do is they try to tell you things. They try to plant thoughts in your mind to cause you to overthink about yourself. They want you to question yourself. They want you to think that you're not really as lit. So what they do is when you start to pop out, they start to get you to, well, is that real? Is that this? Is the context this? Is the context that? The context this? Is those clothes? Oh, but that shirt, but you bought it like it was used. It was this. They'll do all these different things to try to get you to question yourself because they know, oh shit, this person popping out. They see you before you see you. And you may say, who is they? Whoever the fuck. You know who. You got friends. You got people around you. Thank you, Odini, for the super chat. You got friends, you got people around you. You know the ones that don't really want you to shine because every time you try to shine, they try to put you down. Like Sandra, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. But honestly, I feel like you came in with very much hater energy. I feel like if you really wanted to come in here and look out for me, you would say, you know what, your contacts are pretty, my love, but I want you to know your brown eyes are even prettier, just like the other person did. But no, you know what you tried to do? You tried to come in here and check me. You tried to humble me. And that's the shit that y'all people do when y'all see somebody shining and you don't understand why. Y'all need to go on with that shit because guess what? Other people's opinions don't mean shit to me. And that's what you start to learn to do when you start loving yourself. You start to recognize that you don't need nobody else's validation. You don't need nobody else's opinion. Guess what? I could put on these contacts and know I'm beautiful and nobody had to say a thing and I still would strut my shit. I didn't put on the contacts for people to be like, oh my God, you're beautiful. I already knew that. Because I don't fish for compliments. That's the difference. When you're really confident, you're going to notice the people who are insecure constantly seeking validation. When you seek validation, that means you are easily in control by whoever will give it to you. Whoever will give it to you. And then when people check y'all for some of the hate and shit that you do, and you don't know that it's hating because you hate on yourself like that, and you think it's normal, so when you try to do it to somebody else, and they clock that shit, you don't understand why. The way you talk to yourself is not respected over here because you can't talk to me the way that you talk to you. I talk to myself in a different language. Everything that I say is empowering. If you wanted to really help me, you would say, my love, I love your context, but I want you to know your regular eyes is beautiful too, baby. Come on now. Don't fucking play with me. And then here's the thing too, like, People think of me as this like super loving light guru master. So you think I won't clock your shit, but I'll go heavy about me. I did, but you didn't see it. I didn't see it. See, Sandra, so see? Like, whatever, man. That's the thing, like, let me tell you something. I need y'all to know that I appreciate y'all compliments, but I'm never the person looking for them. Because if you live for the compliment, you die by the complaint. I want y'all to write that down. If you live for the compliment, you die for the complaint. If your validation, like if you only feel good when people tell you you look beautiful, that means you are a slave to the world. You are a slave to the world. You feel me? So I'm done, y'all. I enjoyed this live. Y'all got a very sassy Ori today. Okay? And like I said, if you want to join my magnetism class, you want to learn how to have confidence, you want to learn how to communicate effectively, you want to learn how to win every single job interview, you want to learn how to seduce and attract anybody that you like, you want to learn how to have composure, how to be charismatic, how to storytell, how to get followers and allow people to fall in love with your personality, if you want to learn how to express yourself more effectively, like I just did there with no stutter, DM me your birthday, and if you're eligible, then you can join. The class is $99.91. And whoever said that everybody is eligible, you out your goddamn motherfucking mind, baby. You out your goddamn motherfucking mind. I love you guys so much. I go hard about me. You feel me? I love you guys, and make sure you guys subscribe to me on YouTube. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, the Instagram